Hello, I'm Dr. Paris here from Fremont Elizabeth City High School. I'm about to introduce you to CSS. To get started on CSS, we still need the HTML codes. So HTML, I'm just putting a tag in there, letting the browsers know we're going to do a web page. That's the start of a web page, and this is the finish of a web page. So now it knows there's a web page. Okay. Now with the basic structure of HTML, there's a head section, which means that things that occur behind the scenes. So this is behind the scenes stuff, head on, head off. And so the web browser now knows that this could be stuff happening we don't see. The stuff we do see is in the body section. So body on, body off. So the browser now knows that this part's going to be displayed. Okay. Let's do a simple little HTML file. Let's put it in the name of the school, Fremont Elizabeth City High School. And what I'm going to do is put my name there, Dr. Paris. Okay, let's just save this. I'm using Notepad++. You can use any text editor really. Could be Word file, could be Notepad. Okay, go across here, and now I've got a browser here, and I'm going to fire it up. And that's the result, pretty plain, and I suppose I could put a paragraph break there to have a new line, but that's about it. That's HTML. So let's get started with CSS. Now, behind the scenes, we've got to let the computer know that there's more scripting besides HTML. So there's a style scripting, and that style scripting is CSS. So style is some sort of style scripting. So the browser now knows it's got to follow these instructions. You get lots of different styles, and the styles are remembered in what we call classes. So I'm going to call a class called oval. I'll do some oval shape. There's a class called oval, and I'll tell it to start the set of instructions for that style here, and finishes there with a brace. The braces tell the browser when to start and stop the styles. Now I'm going to have an oval. So first of all, I need a border. So I'll put a border in there. And with CSS, you don't put equal signs, you put colons. So 2, and also CSS, you put pixels, PX for pixels, solid, and this is going to call up a library for shapes, A1, A1, A1. Semicolon means the first set of instructions for styles is finished. I'm going to put some more styles in. I'll put some padding. Padding means there's some white space before the border, and I have 10 pixels across the top, and 40 pixels around the sides. Okay, so instruction finished, semicolon. Now I put some colour. Now colour's put the American way, no U in it. And I can use either label. I'll put a label called purple. Okay, but you don't have to use labels. You may use hex. For instance, here background colour, or just background. I'll use hex code. The hex code is RGB, so it's R. So I'm going to choose D's, which is G, and RGB for blue, and that should give you some grey. Okay, now I'll choose some width of the oval. It'll be 300 pixels, end of instruction. And now I'll finish off with, the corners. The corners called a border radius. Okay, and I want the corners to curve at 25 pixels. Okay, and end of instructions. There we go. So now I've got my instructions for a class called A, and I can use it now. For instance, in here, I put a tag in here. I put a P tag, but I'm telling it to look at some other instructions. And there's instructions called, well, it's a class of instructions, and it's called, in my case, oval. There we go. So tag on, HTML, and tag off with additional instructions. So what do? So here we go, we saved it. Tag off, we should put off its off sign in there, there we go. It's all closed off, and we can save it. Look at the results, and there you go, we've got an oval shape. So now this has got a new paragraph, but with a shape. It's oval. Okay, what I can do is change that style around a bit. So what I'm going to do is copy the whole style. Go down and paste it, but I want to change it. So I might as well call it oval 2. And what I want to change here, well, I still want the borders and the shapes. Might as well keep it the same. But what I might do here, I might change the colour here to white. So white writing. Okay. change to white. The background here, well, I might change to red. Now I could use the word red, but I'll use hex codes here. So RGB. I actually want a blue. So no red, no green. I want all blue full on. F. And the rest, well, I might just get that the same. Yep, looks good. And I shall save that, have a look at the result here. And what we've got here is, oh well, it's not going to fire up because I haven't told it to. So let's get back to that code. This one will use a class called oval2. It's a different class. And I can repeat those classes as many times as I want. Okay? And switch off the tag of my additional class. That should be, looks fine now. Let's save it. Go across here and there's the result. Now the red didn't come out. So RGB. I wonder why the red didn't come out. Background. Didn't tell it to finish off the instruction. There you go. Let's just try that now. And refresh it. And there it goes. There's it. It's not red, it's blue. Okay. Now what I can do is I might want to embed this shape. Well, I embed this shape into that shape. Now, if I was to put this across here, my paragraph mark, and get rid of that there, and put it over here, nothing would happen. Let's have a look. Across here, and nothing happens. But I can divide the page. There's another tag called div. If I slice up the page and say this piece of instruction go together, division of the page, it does the same thing, but what it means, I can either have that over here, which doesn't change the result at all, because all it's done is sliced up that page, but left it where it is. Okay. If I was to save this now and go across and see, nothing's changed. But because I've divided the page, I can now put the div here, close it off there, and that way we can embed. So what happens now is this. Get this nice little effect here, embedding. Okay, and divide the page. So the div is pretty good. What I might do is showing you these. Once you've got these styles set up the way you want, you can use it many times. I'm going to put another situation here where I'm saying that I'm the deputy principal. Deputy principal. Okay. So again, I give it an instruction. I might repeat I'm going to repeat the class. And class equals oval2. Okay. Oops. And let's finish the tag. And over here, so look, you finish with that tag. And this is the result. So that looks fine. Oops, it should be quotation there. There we go. So let's have a look at this effect. I've got this effect here, and it's starting to look good. Okay. So there's your introduction to CSS. What I should do though is really indent, because indenting doesn't do anything to the program. It just makes things easier to read. So I can see the bodies go together. I'll say that, you'll see it makes no difference to the program. Okay, that's it.